are oblivious to alien technology flying past them. See, I don't think human beings could survive this either. And definitely not this. But hey, Blue Cross Blue Shield on the scene, so maybe anything's possible. Also, Chicago went back to normal almost immediately after the big, huge alien ship had everyone running and scared for their lives a minute ago. And the ship never left the skyline. Did the CIA somehow tell all of Chicago, don't worry about that alien ship, I know you're scared after the aliens destroyed the city nearly 5 years ago, but go back to what you were doing. Nothing to see here. This is an orgy of evidence that Michael Bay is a whore who turns tricks for money.
You better have insurance.
Wah, wah.
Prepare for interstellar launch.
Dude, I have been preparing for the launch of that movie since the fucking cast was announced. I am pumped.
Lockdown will be in deep space before he realizes I'm...
Lockdown's lack of curiosity about all the shit we found just a minute ago is a curious plot oversight even for this movie. And seriously, this ship doesn't know when its smaller ships are detaching from it? Worst alien ship ever. How the f*** is Optimus totally okay right now? He couldn't even move his arms after the lockdown attack, and then he was immediately hung upside down in a prison.
You CIA guys are really subtle.
Movie continually points out the stupidity of its characters and plot as if that makes it okay. Isn't this the same space lab?
To also point out that bullets ricocheting off of the suit is a very real and lethal possibility here. Wait, right here. In the words of the late great Tina Turner, we don't need another hero. We don't need to know who they want. All we want is a life beyond. What's under that? Walk to the middle of Fifth Avenue to a parade. Whoa. Everything doesn't even need enough coverage for proper white people.
Really? With the more
Whoa. I can't even say it. Just don't use that word.
No, I always say
It's like you literally never said that once before now. Telling someone to smile. Stop doing that. Everyone!
not the way that I treated you. You had every reason to give up.
Huey lied and essentially used Starlight as bait. Did everything right to turn like after finding that out? Is he really trying to make it out like Starlight was the one in the wrong here because it's Betty? My boner is nervous, but it's just come. Stan would be the world's foremost drink tester if he needs him. Here's one of the ingredients of your butter and tail spring. Sometimes that will get stuck in your teeth. Coke. What about our beverage? President something Butcher would have brought up in conversation.
I was so lonely too. I was all day by myself and this left-down Death Star.
Saying this when you damn well know not a single item in this room has been appropriately activated with a cyber crystal. Management at this kid's restaurant either never took down this poster as a heap or they rushed to put it back up. Regardless, the point didn't follow suit. Welcome to Planet Boy. Would you like to try the Brave Made Rainbow Veggie Burger? Welcoming someone and then offering them a f***ing veggie burger.
my mom's not dead.
Not? Oh, it's just never mentioned it. So,
She left when I was 7. That's where Billy Joel comes from.
I think the lesson here is moms who ditch their families and moms to turn their kids into Billy Joel fans.
But it's not about I can't lash out like some raving entitled maniac. That's a white man.
Damn. Giancarlo Esposito was a presence to behold, and the writers have given him enough runway to land this character with a jumbo jet full of nuance. If he keeps trying to be the villain to end all villains, I'm going to keep taking sins off.
Special Forces, Desert
I
Command.
gotta go talk.
Avoiding the question about the racist lady.
I'm going anyway.
Telling someone how to handle their own, potentially super villainy child.
You are the strongest man in the world and you're scared of a little boy.
Thinking that giving a child space when he or she wants to be left alone is the same as being frightened of said child. It is truly touching to see Homelander trying to be a good father, but I do not like being touched by Homelander.
Kevin.
And Fate links to death. And all the time you feel Billy just couldn't possibly be the first time you get called. Next week he'll be telling if he doesn't know what Bob's your uncle means. So it's done. He doesn't say Bob's your uncle. I'm not sure I'm using that term properly.
You make my big black hat.
If I know him, man, this is probably in the interest of hygiene and cleanliness. Since he has a good race into it, I think this episode wants us to know they have guns. They make this email look like a malware or phishing scam, and it works. Someone at the news actually opened it up instead of flagging it as spam and taking it down to the dungeon to feed the mailer demons.
Remember the way they called that?
I think this is the reason they call it Fort Bragg. Characters told they can't come, but they end up talking their way into coming, and then they are dramatically killed. They say. This old pseudo-inspirational speech works. I guess. I'm just disappointed to watch without Winston, overrating how important dancing skills are. And am I assuming this because I have two left feet in zero rhythm? Yes. Yes, I am.
Storefront, 100 days old. What's even more incredible, we have authenticated photos showing Stormfront with Nazi high command.
Being so hyper-focused on a woman's age that you are shocked that you're shocked to find out she is also a Nazi.
I can't believe I actually have to say this in this day and age, but Nazis are bad.
Twitter, for the last 9 years, somehow makes its way into this episode. I appreciate the sentiment, but pretty sure running Stormfront over with a car would only make her angrier. You need to find something to rhyme with decapitation or internal organ combustion. If they were so close to getting to Homelander's cabin with just a quick drive down the road, how did he not hear them? They weren't being that quiet and there was no one else around. Their voices should stand out among the sound of trees.
Who's that? That's my husband.
Cracking open this bag of worms when they have zero time for it. What the hell are they doing back here?
The plan just changed.
Butcher comes back here because he changed his mind about giving Ryan to Edgar. But aside from telling MM about it, why was it even necessary for him to come back after having a change of heart? He could have continued driving Ryan and Becca to wherever Mallory is himself. All this does is waste time and allow Stormfront and Homelander more time to catch on to what's happening. Not to mention that Billy does f*** all to help anyone after this. Keeping your guns aimed at someone whose bullets do not affect even a little.
You can't have a c*** like me around that kid.
They don't have time for this, and the episode knows it.
We don't have the time.
Becca will die because of a lack of hustle. MM and Becca survive this. Seatbelts ain't that good, and it doesn't look like a single airbag even went off. You're a gun person, Frenchie, but even I know it's hard to get a shot off when the cylinder's open. I did, however, have to Google to find out it was even called a cylinder, so... Bringing a gun to a Palpatine fight. Stormfront could kill all three of them with a flick of her wrist, but instead chooses to just stun them because they are the main characters.
Hey, Crouch.
More punchy action between two people with probably equal superhero powers. You know how f***ing much we love that around here. Why is Starlight punching and kicking instead of starlighting? I honestly no longer know what is going on in this fight. Holler at me when someone wins. I'm gonna get their Mike Tyson punch out of the time. This is what I know. I don't understand how it happened. Butcher continues to survive season finales where people want to and have every opportunity to kill him, but just don't.
Feel my pain.
Stormfront Die doesn't even try against this knife, even though bullets bounce off of her body. The rules here. Killer kids. Stop. He's not wrong. It is pretty surprising that she has shown up just in time twice in this episode, and we have no idea how she keeps knowing where everyone is. I'm pretty sure Nate's at work. Maybe I lost this person, psychotic killer, and he's got an entire wooded area to walk through. Yeah.
Always got his views, man.
Having your nose is not what someone asked without their explicit consent.
Billy's brother some higher.
Facing your take a leaf on the daily activities of Billy Butcher.
This time, go off. Am I on TV?
This season, leaving her fake out is super cynical.
We'll just be
Oh God. No.
And skippable. Giving someone a trinket of the dead parental and telling them that you said dead parental will always be with them.
Remember what I showed you.
Life lessons. Finally, get to see the identity of the secret scanner and it's, Victoria, is it? Too many characters. Also, it was Victoria all along, with isn't accompanied by a fun song.
You Campbell.
Damn, I thought this finale was done finaleing when Homelander finale'd it all over the city, but it just won't finale.
You can give me a job.
Never thought the second season would end on something as bland as Huey asking for a job from a newly appointed congresswoman, but here we are. Amazon. Show starts by making me immediately stare directly into the sun. Animated or not, I started watching this with all the lights off in the room, and now I need new retinas.
Superhuman evasion training. I'm supposed to learn to tuck and roll away from a guy who can shoot lasers from his eyes, or control minds, or take a goddamn school bus to the moon.
In an alternate reality where White House guards need to be prepared to deal with superhuman combatants, the simple concept of closing the gate between vehicles seems to have gotten past these two, along with anyone who has a fake ID, or a Dunkin' Donuts perks card for that matter.
Are you gonna be gone the whole time? All freaking week? 2. All of Matt's spring break.
Who gets 2 weeks of spring break? And if there's a school that does, I hate you, and I'll send you anyways.
The boy is obsessed with the Beatles.
Being obsessed with the Beatles anytime after 1991.
There's not.
Hot cocoa. This is supposed to be condescending, but hot cocoa is delicious, and Steve doesn't make him follow through with his promise.
Inside. Never trust the flawed calculations of a clone.
Clone shaming. Also, this first reboot went a little too gritty for my taste.
Precious and fickle.
And it's wasteful. Even pelting them with zero effect for 30 seconds now, so why keep going? Your tax dollars are worth, am I right? This John Hamm cameo's been right there watching how bullets don't hurt them, and he still takes a shot? Kind of feel he deserves whatever comes his way at this point. I would give this a sim for War Woman and the Immortal both doing 3-point landings, but Martian Man essentially does a 1-point landing, so I'll take one back. So it's the 2, and then you subtract the 1, and then, you know what, forget it, I hate that. Add it. Out. Cool. We've got Sis Guy, Stretchy Group, which counts Wonder Woman, Batman, Wolverine, and Flash, and Chromacy set in play? Also, superhero posing instead of immediately getting to work. You becoming a fighter audition for Legendary.
I wouldn't normally move so fast, but
Hiring Michael Cudlitz to do a Russian accent. And I love Michael Cudlitz, but based on the fact that Stephen Young, Lauren Cohan, Wendy James, Chad L. Coleman, and Sonequa Martin Green are also in this show, it feels like there was a Walking Dead cast quota that had to be met. Smaller Twin thinks punching through this wall would be easier than punching through this window right around the corner. Sassing those who are no longer present. Throwing someone straight up into the air is not the same as getting them to safety. This is pretty much like getting thrown out of a 12-story window because the building is on fire. Sure, Omni-Man catches them, but nowhere was this scheme agreed upon prior to the Immortal tossing them like clay targets at a street shooting range.
I had him.
God, I wanted him to think he was going to fall to his death because that's how I have fun.
Evacuation's complete. Now we can put loose and focus on taking these groups down.
According to my interpretation of Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, the Guardians of the Globe may just as well fall into the category of fruits with the Mauler twins. I purport that War Woman's evocation of the Guardians will in this instance fall short of addressing the underlying moral and ethical questions one must ask regarding the use of superhuman force in the battle against the ever-present and would-be forces of evil. Also, she said evacuation. This Teamwork Makes the Dreamwork segment of Guardians of the Globe handling the steroid-enhanced Blue Man group might be inspiring to make some sense. First, Green Ghost drops them in the pavement they've already shown them stronger than, at which point Mark...
Melina, the Hourglass.
Your turn.
La Biblia no es un cuento de hadas, hombre. La Biblia es algo más realístico de lo que tú piensas. Mucho más realístico. Vamos a comenzar. Vamos para Génesis capítulo 1, versículo 1. Dice, en el principio creó Dios los cielos y la tierra. Eso es lo que creó Dios en el principio. Estamos en el principio. Dice, y la tierra estaba desordenada y vacía. Que simplemente no había nada. No había nada. Dice, y las tinieblas estaban sobre la faz del abismo, y el Espíritu de Dios se movía sobre la faz de las aguas. Es decir, que no había nada de luz, mi gente. Eso es simplemente lo que quiere decir. No había nada de luz. Dice, y dijo Dios, sea la luz, y fue la luz. Entonces cuando Dios, Yahweh, el Dios de los hombres hispanos, negros e indios nativos, dijo que haya luz, entonces hubo luz. Y solamente porque Él lo dijo. Dice, y vio Dios que la luz era buena, y separó Dios la luz de las tinieblas. Y llamó Dios a la luz día, y a las tinieblas llamó noche. Muchos piensan que tinieblas es un jale maligno, no saben lo que es, simplemente lo que era oscuridad. No había sol, había un mundo y no había nada en ese mundo, solo las aguas. Y Dios dijo que haya luz. Entonces fue cuando salió el sol, porque Dios lo ordenó.
Good night. Good night. Buenas noches. Good night. Ah! Not worth the time.
Devora wins.
Dios nos ordenó que sigamos toda la Biblia. Si la Biblia dice no comas puerco, ¿por qué perramente lo haces? ¿Por qué quebras los mandamientos? ¿Solamente para ponerte este puerco en tu boca?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Shalom, Israel. The ISUPK is hosting the Lord's 55th
Devora. Black Market Alley.
For most of you, fear on some
Okay.
level is holding you bound. Yes,
I will
want
not be caught like a slave.
Are you not used to bondage?
Scary.
Round
You may have to learn things that you don't know. You might have to unlearn things and relearn
Okay.
them. Because what you thought was right, undiscovered
Aye.
isn't. You might have to change as a person, become the screenwriter you want to be.
There we go. There we go.
Sacrifice and hard.
Got it.
And for a whole lot of you, the thing you're going to have to do is
Got it.
thinking you know it all, that you've got it all figured out, or that maybe it's good enough to just Lone Ranger the whole thing. Do it on your
Got
own
it.
without anyone's help. Beginning, even Lone Ranger.
Got it.
Eleanor Roosevelt is technically racist. What would you do? You would not care. The implication here is that most of us don't from
Got it.
because we're afraid. And I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to make your audience feel the emotion of fear. That's a key storytelling component. But you
Got
should
it.
not let fear paralyze you. You have stories
Got it.
that only you tell. Tell them. You have to
Got it.
So I'm going to give you 3 things.
Got it.
It will help you break through whatever fears you have.
Got it. Got it.
Third one.
Ah!
Imagine what success is like. This doesn't mean you should begin writing acceptance. Of course, I'd like to thank the Academy for giving me
Got it.
enough to receive this coveted award. And I think you've done it.
Got it.
That is not what I mean. And is it bad to think about accolades and such? No. For some of you that matters, others it doesn't matter at all. But just like a story is about someone who wants something badly, having a couple getting it, and getting it going, let's assume you get it.
Devora wins. Round 1. Fight.
Very well executed. Very well executed. The show?
Yeah.
Title Perry. Aired October 29, 2003. Director Ian Mann. Small went on to direct many. I love the show. I always ask people if he's still alive. He felt like he was changed for the guy. He's an older man. He directed some great jobs too. Somewhere in Time. Great director. So beautiful. What a beautiful story. Article. Just beautiful. Everyone. Such a special. Lovely women. He goes that
Ooh, you got that.
And I love him. So cute. He had that little wonky eye.
Fight.
Remember the wonky eye?
Oh, yeah.
Wonky.
Oh, yeah.
He's listening to this. I'm looking at this funky eye.
I remember one time he said, "Tom, look, I do not get too far around my list. I know what I'm doing."
He's so charming. Oh my god. Riders Mark will hide. Mark will knock it out there. Yeah. Guest star Michael McKean is Perry White, known from all of it. So many things. Better Call Saul, but Best in Show, and Final Tap, Laverne and Shirley, many shows. Fantastic. Neil Mitchell,
And he's
Nancy Adams.
and that's husband.
It's an editor's husband. They're actually, they just eat each other. Lorena Gale is Dr. Claire Foster. Synopsis. Perry White, a disgraced journalist, arrives in Smallville in search of alien stories. Clark's weakened powers due to solar flares lead him into challenging situations that are difficult to explain away. And I like that because it was like, okay, the flares are affecting Clark. And so he's going to go in and out of this stuff, and it was like plausible in this world. I wasn't like, oh, come on. I was like, all right, I'm believing it all here. And the crescendo was awesome. Let's get into it. The episode opens with a news report of a comet making impact to the sun, causing record-breaking solar flares. about it with his parents saying glad this phenomenon is nothing. We cut to the wild coyote and see Perry White tossing back shots and makes a remark about Pam bashing him and gets thrown out and inebriated. Perry begins to drive home. I love how he played the drunk guy. It was sort of like in that comic book world. Guys were just like, yeah, well, you can't bash me.
Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that was nice.
Same flannel shirt, which made me laugh. And I
They were bouncers. They were in uniform for the bar.
I thought they were bouncers.
I'm not sure what you pressed, but that was a nice fucking thing.
Patrons? They were bouncers? I think they were just bar patrons.
One thing I liked about him playing drunk is he was playing that he wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
That's the key to being drunk. Some people know they think that
I don't. You know, people do that when you're, they're on a bar. I
You know that old saying? Listen, I don't mean to bother you. What's up?
Yeah, stop there. You're bothering me.
And the way he was driving with the map, it reminded me of like times that I would have to find locations that you were shooting at.
Yeah.
And I just like, where is it? I know it's close.
In LA, you remember what he was called? What?
Thomas guy.
Thomas guy. For the map? Yeah, I had Thomas guy. I had one. You go to Thomas guy? I delivered pizzas for a summer in 2007. I want to order still had. Oh, that had to be hell. That was awful. Could you imagine having an Uber back then? First of all, you have to call the place, call the guy's cell or whatever, and then you have to take the freaking Thomas guy. I'm gonna try and find one on eBay. I want to have one. I still have them in my trunk. Do you have a Thomas stick? Can I have it? You want to see it? Yeah, I'll see it. No, I want to see it. I want to have it. Have it? Yeah, do you want it? Yeah? Okay. Flyer.
There's a series like times in like LA actors' lives of people who had Thomas guys and then people who didn't. Like when they came out to LA, some people just came out when they already had the phones going and they were like, "What's a Thomas guy?"
Yep. At the same time, we see Clark super speeding down the road until he loses power and stops in the middle of a highway. This causes Perry to lose control and hit a pole. Clark saves him by ripping open his door, and Perry is shocked by his ability. He's like, "He just ripped open my door." I love that.
I remember shooting that day because my parents were in town and they'd been in town they were going to stay for 2 weeks and they'd been there for 3 days. They'd come to visit set and when you visit set, it's really only fun for about 5 minutes.
It is.
For most people.
Realize, like, I want to watch, and then they see the same scene shot 50 times, and they're like, I want to go home. I hate Hollywood.
And my parents were like, so listen, don't take this the wrong way, but, now we appreciate sort of your workload and everything else, and we came here to see you, and we realized that we're not really going to see you, so we're going to go to Vancouver Island for the rest of our trip.
You know what would be a good idea? We talk to Bryce, and you can cut this if you want, Jason, or not, but maybe to have a winner of Patron, like we do a winner every year or something, that gets to sit here on the podcast with us, and we get to, on Zoom, every once in a while ask them what they think, like they join us for an episode.
It'd be fun.
That'd be dope. As long as they're not just like interrupting us and shut up here and there. I love that. I think it's good.
Yeah, don't do it.
Frost.
They're fast. Yeah, but not as fast as that.
Okay, why didn't you tell him this before?
Your blood. We lots of problems.
It's very possible that this is really different.
Collective. Goro's Lair.
One of them will win the fight. Do we know how? No, we will not. Do we care? Based on the box office, maybe a little. Asbury is punching those guys in the balls. It's hilarious, but I had to rewind multiple times to confirm the nut shots, and this movie's long enough already. Harry just tried to break a Kryptonian back over and kicking me. Love to be this big. 10 times crazier than that TNT Gremlin movie.
Technology.
Why exactly did you wait till now to do that?
Going down. I'm not going alone.
Round one. Fight.
Barry has a point. Why didn't you reject him? Tell me if that plane doesn't have an autopilot, I can
We can go back. Like you did. You sure?
Fast enough for you to drive the back time. You find my variable accomplish time traveling with no issue. And it will make us watch the movie Star, this guy repeating for all the ages of the day. We can work well together. We can take another time where we can talk about movies. Yeah. There's no point. Correction, there's an obvious platform here somewhere. I won't be needing these anymore.
This is an inevitable infection.
The problem is you can't do that. You won't see a handful of nice clouds. I can have you feeling about this all wrong. Ready to prove that anything else here is inevitable. That's it. An inevitable intersection. I just got finished saying how you can't prove that. No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about us. Must have crossed an inevitable intersection and seen something that caused all this. God, who the hell are you? I'm just after a late night writing, it was decided that I will need to look at enough fun.
Was that fast enough for you?
No! What did I just tell you? No, this won't be. Fine! I promise I never use that word again. You will? No cap. Heroes, the next time they crack a sandwich like that, waiting in a eternity pool. But all 12 minutes are on. Peanut butter on. Okay, so what I said before about the CPU of movie not being that terrible, take it back. I take all of it back.
So you're...
And we all knew that area because we've seen it before. Guys, I no longer know what is going on. Taking a piece of unused conceptual imagery from an abandoned Superman film and trying to turn it into an even bigger joke 20 plus years later just seems f***ing cruel. I'm so distracted by the fact that old Ezra Miller looks a lot like Gary Newman that I'm tempted to stop here and just rock out the cars for the rest of the movie.
We're destroying the fabric of everything.
And we're going to somehow fix the majority of it in the next 10 minutes. Join us?
How do you echo in those paradox?
Not a fan. Saving your older self by getting killed by your even older self is a thing that happens in this movie.
No, I'm just a random lady. Don't
I'm not trying, you ain't trying. I've honestly don't ever hug random people at the door.
I'm back.
As Barry's back again. I can't help but think that his palms are sweaty, his knees weak, arms are heavy. I mean, the Joe vomit, but the plot was ready to keep us all focused on his mom's spaghetti.
You should ask me to dinner.
Skip. Fine. Yes, fine.
Shao Kahn demands your service.
I don't...
Round one.
So you have a Flash movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And I'm thinking maybe we tap into some multiverse territory on this one. That's supposed to be a big trend coming up, so if all goes well with this, we'll be one of the first movies. You know it, sir. This idea is still fresh because it's roughly 2014 as we're having this conversation. That is roughly the current year, so we'll be putting this out before the market gets oversaturated, assuming there are no production delays or anything horrible happens. Hey, don't jinx it. I didn't jinx it. I'm just saying, hopefully nothing goes...
Will it be this easy?
Was that a jinx? Did I just curse this production? It could have been some unrelated supernatural thing. I gotta say, that felt pretty cursy. Yeah, it felt a little cursy, but maybe we'll be okay. Well, fingers crossed. So anyway, what happens in this bad boy? Well, we're gonna start the movie by trying to, re-establish Barry as a heroic figure. Is that gonna be hard to do? Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Fairly inconvenient. Oh, really? Yeah, see, I think we just have to shove a little baby in the microwave. What? He doesn't leave it in there for long. When the bell dings, he takes it out. The bell dings, so the microwave was on? No, it was falling from a building. What is going on? A bunch of babies are falling from a building. Flash saves them all, eats a burrito, puts one of them in a microwave. Alright, let's move past that. I don't understand. Well, okay then. Well, we're hoping to show that Barry has this thing on his suit that tracks calories, tells him when he's running out of energy. So he kind of loses his powers if he doesn't eat. Exactly. I bet that's going to come into play in a big way later. Now that I think of it, not much. Maybe a gag or two. I was tracking calories for a while, but then just kind of neglecting to do it. It's tight. Okay, I'm trying to drop a bit of weight, but they keep coming out with new Oreo flavors. Oh my god, those bastards! Anyway, so Flash is gonna help save the day, and we're gonna see Batman and Wonder Woman's gonna pop out for a second too. Oh, I like that. I think it'd be great if she started doing that constantly eventually. Just popping out for a single scene, smiling and leaving. Yeah, I can see that being a career trajectory for her for sure. So what else happened? Well, Barry's dad's gonna be falsely imprisoned for killing Barry's mom, right? Uh-oh. And so Barry realizes he can use the Speed Force to go back in time, so he goes and stops her from ever dying. Very cool. But then he actually gets knocked out of the Speed Force by another speedster, and then he meets a younger, more annoying version of himself. More annoying? Oh my god. Yeah, so Barry realizes this is actually the day that he got his powers, so he brings himself to get the powers, but then loses his own. Okay. And then they see the General Zod is attacking. A very coincidentally eventful day. It sure was, sir. So Barry wants to get the Justice League together, but they don't exist in this timeline. Why not? Because this is an alternate timeline where we only paid those actors to be in the beginning of the movie. Oh, okay. But it turns out this timeline does have an older Batman. He's the one played by Michael Keaton. He's from the Michael Keaton Batman movies. He sure is, sir. The multiverse can be an excuse to bring back classic actors as a box office draw. Very smart. Although, hey, do you think the concept of multiverses might kind of diminish the stakes since there are infinite versions of every character? No, me neither. Okay, let's go all in. Okay, so they're gonna ask Batman to help, but he's gonna say no. What? For 2.5 minutes, then he says yes, you gotta manufacture a bit of tension here. Gotcha. So now they realize they need to find Superman to help defeat Zod, but when they get to where they think he is, it turns out to be Supergirl. Oh, that's a different character. Still super though. Yeah, so they're gonna ask Supergirl to help, but she's gonna say no. What? For 2.5 minutes, then she's gonna say yes. Right, good tension building. If she goes to check out Zod, who as it turns out is looking for her in this universe. Not Superman. Oh, okay. And so she's like, oh, then she flies back to the good guys and helps our Barry get his powers back. Zod doesn't follow her. You said she's the one he's looking for. No, he doesn't because it's not time for the final fight yet. That makes sense. But then it is time for the final fight, so they head over there, but Batman and Supergirl keep dying. Oh, dang it. So the Flashes keep going back in time to try to save them, but no matter what they do, Batman and Supergirl die. Wow. So younger Flash kind of goes nuts and keeps trying, and the multiverse starts to collapse onto itself. Oh. And maybe this is too expensive and complicated, but I thought this would really showcase some alternate superheroes, you know, like George Reed, Christopher Reeve, Nicolas Cage, Adam West, Ellen Slater. Of course that's doable. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, amazing. Yeah. We'll just say the CGI looks bad on purpose. So then what happens? Well, so then we find out that the speedster that had knocked Barry out of the Speed Force earlier in the movie was actually a future version of past Barry who's still trying to save Supergirl and Batman. Oh. Yeah, but now present Barry has realized he needs to go let his mom die. He can't change things. Very sad. Yep. So then future past Barry's trying to kill the Barrys, so past Barry sacrifices himself to save main Barry and defeat the future past Barry. Right. And so yeah, main Barry goes back and lets his mom die. Wow, well, very powerful lesson he learned. Yeah. Well, he interferes a little to get his dad off the hook. So now Batman is George Clooney. Oh, so he did not learn. A little bit, maybe not that much. Well, okay then. So what do you think? Good. I mean, this should be a massive hit. You know, unless one of the main cast goes on a violent crime spree or something crazy like that. Why would you say that? This is a hypothetical. There's no harm in saying hypothetical. Are you trying to get this movie cursed? Oh, crap, curses. Oh, maybe the universe didn't hear me say that. Maybe let's just stop talking now. I mean, I think we're okay. Okay. Oh, that's a curse. That's a curse. Hi, everybody. It's your boy, Ryan George here. Thank you so much for checking out that video. And hey, how about you leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite curse is that happened to you in your life.
Devora wins.
You run shit, buddy boy. You never were shit, buddy boy. You. I knew you would do that.
Online. Combat League. Ranked set.
Damn, yo. 99% chance this guy's gonna kill me. Oh my god. Well, this is where skill-based matchmaking will come in handy. And now I'm about to be beat, hurt, punched, kicked, abused in ways I'd rather not think about. The Flash. First of all, this movie doesn't even look good. Hopefully this shit is good. Valerian, alright. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. That was pretty good. Not great.
The Joker. Devora. Charon ship.
Time travelers arrived from 2051 to deliver an urgent message. 30 years in the future, mankind is losing a war against a deadly alien species. Sounds gay.
Round 1. Fight.
There's nothing I can do here.
Fight.
Short time, and we're vanished. The remainder of the movie entirely on their own. So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. There's this guy named John Hammond. They work so hard, I figure we throw them a bone. That's the style. That's okay. So anyway, later we see Ian Malcolm, right? And he gets called the John Hammond manuscript. They're both in the first movie. They sure are, sir. And Hammond is like, guess what, Ian? It turns out there was another island this whole time. Whoa. You'd think he would have mentioned that to him in the first movie. You'd think so, but no, because they only use this island for breeding and raising the dinosaurs, and then they bring them over to the other island. So that laboratory from the first movie with the eggs and stuff, that was hopefully forgotten by everyone in the audience. Gotcha. So anyway, Hammond is like, my nephew took InGen from me, and he wants to go to this island and grab some dinosaurs from there. Uh-oh. So he's like, I need you to go to the island with the team and take pictures of the dinosaurs, so there's public interest in keeping them there. So who's on the team? Well, we already have a tech equipment guy and a photographer and a paleo.
Join the CinemaSins team in Nashville. Crossing the road. If I was a reporter, I'd be going after the car manufacturer.
Collector. Online.
Sometimes you gotta know.
Combat League. Ranked set. Devora.
It's okay for their card of wildly oversteered because we had to perform an emergency stop.
After the devastating eruption of Isla Nublar's long-dormant volcano,
Previously, on what we hoped would be the biggest disappointment of this new trilogy.
the U.S. Congress awarded sole collection rights to the global giant Biofilm Genetics.
Scorpion. Kotal's Colosseum.
I will be filling it. Problem is this. It all happened. Being a samurai, we're all like, well, why the hell is Mr. Bean a samurai in the first place? And so, whoa, now, big reveal. Mr. Bean isn't Mr. Bean at all. He's a hungry samurai.
Impersonating an insect.
Hunger. That's the gag. Hilarious. So would you prefer it if I took this opportunity to show Mr. Bean's TV show instead? Yeah, I'm absolutely doing this because I know what's best for you and certainly not because I'm dying to see Mr. Bean, and this is probably my only opportunity to do so. So the prevailing theory is that Mr. Bean is an alien and has been sent to Earth to observe our various sports and customs. Cool premise, but if that's the case, why do you think London is just that city? You know how many English people live there. Also, Mr. Bean survived. I mean, do I even need to say it? It's ridiculous. Albeit hilarious, situations with fair on the many worse. Also, Mr. Bean survived it. I know the Brits have that keep calm and carry on business going on, but there should have been a king riot when Mr. Bean was allowed to enter his teddy bear into this massive show competition. And as if that wasn't insulting enough, he wins first place. Tell me he wouldn't have been murdered if this happened over here. I will call you a liar who knows nothing about competitive dogs and competition things. I mean, not making me eat so badly that this happened. So there's just one time that Mr. Bean goes to the beach and he's all worked up because there's already someone there and he doesn't feel comfortable getting changed in front of him. But what the f*** was his plan here? Why was his plan A to turn up at the beach and just hope no one is there? Why not wear the damn sweat breeze or whatever the English policy is under his tent? Why get butt naked on the beach instead of finding someone private in the game? And don't you tell me that you kind of alien and doesn't know better because, by that logic, he wouldn't give a shit about the man watching in the first place. Somehow, Mr. Bean is unable to identify the guy who stole his camera in this police lineup admitted from the 90s. He had a full-on minute-long conversation with the guy, taped his new part, and pinned him to the ground until the police arrived. Man, I hated seeing Mr. Bean's beloved Minnie getting squashed by a tank. Not because I give it to him, but because of it all. I mean, what are the odds of Mr. Bean driving the exact same car that was picked for this demonstration? And why would the British Army clutch this British icon instead of a German car?
Not even worth a slap.
And realized, that's not the same car we parked here this morning. Weird. I suppose we better crush it anyway. We're expected to believe that conducting a full orchestral band is as easy as waving a stick around and in no way requires years of practice and musical training. And let's just apply the same logic to random grunts that trained soldiers all somehow.
Don't do it.
Round one, fight.
If I'm preaching to be a perfectionist, or did I just read scriptures where Christ and keeping his commandments is how you be perfect? Y'all let me know. Yeah, now he's disrespecting the people. I just want for the record to be shown. It's the Christian that's disrespecting you people. You said most of y'all niggas don't know nothing. Who's the pastor disrespecting the hell out of y'all on the stage tonight, man? What you doing, Pastor Sam? What's happening? I thought Pastor Sam, I thought, listen, Christians hate people. Christians are like the biggest haters on the face of the planet. So are you ready to answer the question now, or you still need more time, brother? I have no problem. I have no problem just reading it again.
Just a swing and a miss, huh, Scorps?
Okay, no sweat.
Yeah, disrespect you by calling you Scorps. That's what you are, right?
Let somebody else go.
You're about to be a fucking Scorch. About to be a scorched Scorch. About to be a scorched.
Okay, so what I'll do is, do we have any callers on the line? No callers? If anybody on the stage, or if anybody wants to raise their hand and ask a question, you can definitely raise your hand and ask a question. I'm not bringing up sausages. If I could sidebar. There's a nigga on Clubhouse.
Damn, got it again. Damn, I got it again, huh?
So he made this.
I'm gonna get it right here, look, so it happens every time.
Now he believes it
happens every time. Ah! Yeah, you're not gonna get this win on me.
No, this
not
like,
even gonna give you the I missed. He took the round. He took the round. Amazing.
When he comes in the room, he says, so he come off the mic, he says, oh, that's 50G.
El Blanco es Diablo. Bro. We had to quit, Joe.